What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video from Bulls to the Wall Trading. I hope you guys are having a nice Tuesday evening and a nice Tuesday in general. This is going to be my watch list for February 28th, 2018. For those new viewers and recent viewers and people that have recently started watching my videos and don't know what this channel is about, it's basically an outlet for me to share what I know about the stock market, share my strategies, share my tips, my tricks, my trading theories, and hopefully to inspire people to learn how to trade. I really want to make it simple for you guys. It's really not that hard. It's not intimidating. It's not this, overpowering, so difficult thing that, you had to go to Harvard in order for you to trade. That could not be farther from the truth. This is very, very simple. Obviously, you got to put in a little bit of work, but once you get it, it's really quite simple. So that is my goal for this channel, to get people into trading and to get people to see that it is really not all that hard. If you feel that you want to learn how to trade and you like my style, then by all means, please subscribe and like to my channel. I would appreciate that. And I also have a free chat room in the via the Discord app, which is another way for you guys to learn. If you have any questions or if there's anything that you are confused about, the chat room is a great feature. That's the best way to get in contact with me, and not just me. We have a chat room full of people that are traders as well, and if I'm not there to help you out, or if I don't know, I'm sure somebody else will chime in and help out. So what we're trying to create is a community of traders where we all help each other out, and we all support each other, and we all learn from each other. I'm not a financial planner or a financial advisor, so anything that I discuss is just my opinion. If you are looking for somebody to feed you what stocks you should invest in, you're looking at the wrong place. I will never tell you what to buy. I'll never tell you what to sell. I'm just trying to point you in the right direction and then have you guys fly out into the world and do your own thing. I always tell you guys to do your own research. Just because something looks good to me and just because I like a stock, it does not mean that you need to like it, you need to invest in it. Absolutely not. Please do your own research. The way I make these videos is I talk about day trading first, for those of you that are interested in day trading, and then I switch it over to swing trading for those of you more interested in swing trading. So I cover two different styles of trading, and for each style, whether it's day or swing, I talk about my personal way of trading. It does not mean that's the only way to trade. There's many different ways of trading. I teach you guys the way that I trade. It worked for me, and there's no point of me looking for other trading strategies if I have success with the ones that I have right now. So with that being said, let's go over some of these stocks that I called out last night in last night's video, and let's see how they performed. So the first one is TAHO. So this one really didn't do much today. The high yesterday was around right here, 483. It made new highs in the post market. Actually, no, this was the high, 484. So we wanted that. Do I have the wrong tool? I do. Hold on. So the high was at 484. So basically the way that I like to trade or day trade is I like to trade the high. So what I do is I find the high and I just want the price to cross that high with good volume, and that would be a good indicator for us to get in. As you can tell, this stock didn't really do that. It just kind of consolidated today. Either way, I didn't like this stock because it didn't have any movement in the pre-market. I like stocks that are moving in the pre-market. So this stock, I wouldn't have even looked at it. There is potential in this stock just because it is so close to the high of $4.84. So if you see potential in this one, I would put it on your watch list. I am not putting it on there, or I didn't have it on there because actually I should put it on there because it's very close. So put this one on your watch list, even though I didn't plan on putting this one on there, just because of it's very close to the high, and in a couple of movements it could cross that line. So I had this one on my watch list last night. It didn't go the way we planned it, but it consolidated and it's very close to the high, so we'll keep this one on watch again. The next one that I had is TTPH. Okay, so this is one that I would like to trade because of all this movement in the pre-market. So the pre-market and post-market is this light gray area, and the normal trading hours is the black area. So we had our high yesterday around here, and then in the morning, if we were keeping up with this one, we could see that obviously that's not the high anymore. The price went up and it made new highs at 334. So this is where I would make my new high, and I would delete this previous line. As you can tell, the stock started going down and it just had a down day. It didn't come up to where we wanted it to. It didn't cross. It didn't do what we wanted it. So that's fine. But this is what I like to see. A lot of movement after the market closes and a lot of movement in the pre-market hours. This is exactly how I like a setup. Obviously, we want it to come up and cross that line, but this is a good example of what I like to see in the pre-market session. The next one is ACHN. Same situation here. We had our line. I'm not too sure where we had it at 346, but I probably set to put it at 350. It broke 350 and went up to 353. But again, no movement in the pre-market. I don't like that. I wouldn't have even paid attention to this one because I like to trade high volume stocks in the pre-market. That's some stuff that's moving in the pre-market. And that's just my personal style. Again, that doesn't mean that that's how you have to do it. That's just my personal style. The next one is TRXC. This one, we probably had our line right here at $2, which was the whole dollar amount. So we would have put our line right there, and we would have just waited for the stock to cross above. It crossed above right here. It had pretty good volume, almost 300,000 in volume, and you could see that right here. And it crossed and it just went up 3 cents. So if you guys have been watching my videos, you guys know that I tell you that just because everything is set up correctly and it crosses above with good volume, it's not a guarantee that this stock is going to take off for 20, 30, 40 cent gain. The stock could very well go up a couple cents and then just come right back down, and this is exactly what this stock did. Everything set up perfectly. It started creeping right back up to the line that we drew at $2. Once it was getting ready to cross it, as you can tell, the volume started spiking, and once it crossed, it was an opportunity to get in, but as you can see, it just went up a couple of cents. That's what happens when you invest. Nothing is a home run. You're taking an educated risk, and that's what happens. You know, obviously you want it to go up higher, but sometimes these things happen, and that's what you have to understand if you are investing. And the last one is AGEN. The high was probably around here at 525. Same thing, no movement in the pre-market, so I'm not a fan of that. I wouldn't have looked at this one. However, if you were still following it, you probably could have gotten in right here. Maybe not a lot of volume, only 15,000. I would have skipped on this one. If you got in, you would have made like what, 10 cents a share or so. But no movement in the pre-market. That right there would turn me off. So those are the only ones that I had from yesterday. Now let's go over my watch list for tomorrow. The first one that I have is the letter I. The reason I have this one is because it had this nice jump. So we identify the high, it's at 515. So we draw our line right there, and we want the stock to just kind of start curling back up, cross 515 with good volume, and that could be an opportunity to get in. It's hanging around $4.50 something cents, 60 something cents. So, the way it moved today, I'm hoping that it could do it again tomorrow. And if it does move tomorrow the way it did today, it'll cross 515 in no time. So just keep that one in mind. The next one is the MPI. This one shot up from basically $1 to 138. So that is a high. That's where I put my line. And the reason I like this one is because it shot up to 131 and then it came back down and it tried to get back up, came back down, and it tried. So it's putting up a fight. It's got a long way to go, but still, with this big movement from this morning, I'm hoping that it could carry over till tomorrow. So there's potential there. I definitely like the fact that it went up to 138 and it hung around. It didn't just come right back down to $1. It's hanging at around $1.20 or so. So it's hanging in there. It's putting up a fight. It's definitely downtrending, but what we do with these watch lists is we identify potential, and I believe that this one has potential, so that's why I have it. If you don't see the potential, or if you think it's a bad stock, then again, that's your trading eyes, and if you don't value the stock, then you don't have to trade it. Next one is ENPH. Did I spell that right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. And my computer wants to act up. Alright, that's great. There we go. So this one's kind of all over the place. It had a spike in the morning, it came back down, and it continued to run. The reason I like this one is because why is this not working right now? Is because it made the highs in the post market, and it found resistance right at that whole dollar amount of $3, which is what I always tell you guys. Whole dollar amounts and half dollar amounts are a big key resistance point. So I definitely like the fact that it's got stopped out right there. It came down, but it went back up, and now it's at around 295. And I have no idea where my crosshairs went. Hold on. There we go. So yeah, I like the fact that it made the high after the market closed. It tanked a little bit, but it recovered. So I definitely like that. So I'll put my line at $3 and just keep track of this one. PGNX, let me kind of hurry it up because I'm taking too much time. At 682, put the line right there. You guys know the rest. VRAY 905. And the reason I like this one is because it made the highs, came down, but it's from 3 o'clock to 4, it just started trending up. So it made a nice jump towards the end of the day, and we're very, very close to 905. So keep that one on watch. And the last one, LXU, at 847, but I would rather put it at 850 again because it's the half dollar amount. So just keep that in mind, that it's very close to the half dollar, and that's a big resistance point. So instead of putting my line at $8.47, I'll put it at 850. So that is my watch list as far as day trading for tomorrow. Those are the ones that I'm going to be keeping an eye on. Now let me switch it over to swing trading, and let's go over the stocks that I am in and the stocks that I am looking at. So I said in the chat earlier that I got out of APRI because it hit my stop. This is the one that I mentioned was a low risk, high reward. It hit my stop, so I'm out of it. I'm not invested in this one anymore, and I don't really care. It was a gamble that I took. I was hoping for it to work out. It didn't work out, so that's totally fine. CLDX, I'm still in this stock. I bought in right here off of a bounce play. As you can tell, it's kind of consolidating, so I'm still in there. And TRQ, this is the one that has been kicking butt, and I love it. It is a beautiful double bottom setup. Found resistance right here, so when it found resistance again and then followed by a green candle, I got in, and it's 3 straight candles, 3 straight green days. It just broke above the 20 moving average, so that is a good sign. So this one's working out beautifully. So currently I am swinging those two. Now let's see what I have as far as swing trading. So the first one, ABEV, I'm still watching this one. I was thinking about playing this one if it broke 704, made new highs, but as you can tell, it hasn't done that. KGC, this is one that I'm very, very interested in. We drew our support line right here. It broke through, and now what I want for this stock to do is to keep coming down and test this second level of support. So hopefully it keeps coming down, and this would be a great opportunity for us to get in if it can bounce off of this support. GGB, this is one that I was going to get in because it made new highs yesterday, but as you can tell, it kind of came down. It's a new strategy that I've been thinking about doing, but I don't know how comfortable I feel with doing that, so I might just stick to what I'm comfortable with, and it's bounce plays. LC, this is another one that it came down to support right here, so I am just looking for a green day tomorrow, hopefully, or in the following days, for me to get in, and hopefully the trend reverses. IAG, again, I found support. The support line is right here. As you can tell, it's clear right here. The stock came down and it bounced right here. So now I'm just waiting for this stock to come down, hopefully come down close to this line or a little closer to that line, followed by a green day, and again, that could be a reversal. Whoops. AU, same situation here. This is all the same thing as far as swing trading. I love these bounce plays. I think it's very easy to spot. So if I'm looking at this, this is my support line that I drew. So I say there's support right here, there's support right here, there's support right here, and hopefully when it comes down, there'll be support here. So I'm just waiting for this to come down more, get closer to my support line, followed by a green day, and I'll get in. MUX, same thing here. This is one that probably will turn green tomorrow, and I'll be watching. So this is my support line. You can see all the support right here. All these candles found support on this line. It found support right here, and it's no surprise that today it came down on that same line and it went back up. So tomorrow or the following day, I'm hoping for a green day, kind of like here, and that would signify a reversal. So I am going to be looking for that. EYES, this is a little bit different. This is the theory that old resistance becomes new support. So this is a resistance line right here. Once the stock broke it, that became support, and it's no coincidence that it's bouncing off of that old resistance, new support. So I will keep my eye on this one. For the same thing, I want a green candle, and then hopefully that would signify a reversal. ERII, again guys, this is no coincidence. Look at how this stock pretty much came down to that support line where it was before. It's not a coincidence. These stocks tend to do this a lot. So I found the support, which was around 613, and look at where the stock came down to 613, and then it came right back up. So this is not a coincidence. There's a reason why people do bounce plays, which is what I like to do, is because history tends to repeat itself. So all these stocks found support around 613, and this stock bounced at 613. So I want a green candle tomorrow, and I would probably get in. CVEO. Again, this is one that I would have gotten in if it broke the high, but again, I don't think that I'm going to keep pursuing that strategy. I don't know how comfortable I feel with it. That's pretty much it. Let me see if there's any questions in the chat room, or any stocks that people might want me to check out. For those of you that don't know, I do allow you, well, I don't want to say allow, but I do have a section in the chat room where if there's a stock you want me to look at and give you my opinion, you're more than welcome to do that. There's nothing there, so I will leave it here. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for the support. Please subscribe and like. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. I think I'm at like 90 something or close to 90. Subscribe and like, thumbs up. Check the chat room, join that if you haven't already. Thanks again for the support. I appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow trading, everybody, and I will see you back here tomorrow.